What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about the markets and Bitcoin rallying well. The altcoins all generally, not all, Shiba continuing that unbelievable rally, to be fair to them. But the majority of the altcoins having a bit of a retrace. But I'm going to get into all that in a second. Before I do, as always, the spreadsheet is updated. The first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would crash it in this bull cycle. Had you invested $100 into each one when I released the videos and was still holding the bags, you'd be in profit for 61k. Add in your $2,600 investment, you'd be up, well, you'd have $63,600. Phantom leads the way. It's done a 400x. I did a Udemy course on that where I said it'd be the best investment of the year. I've held all of these at one point or another, closed positions on all of them in profit, or nearly all of them. Grin. No, not grin. And reinvest that money into new cryptos. If you want to see the cryptos I'm in, check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share my live portfolio. One I've built to maximize gains during this bull cycle. One that continues to outperform the market week in and week out. And you've got to build your wealth before the bear cycle. The bear cycle is when you find gems. The bear cycle is where I found Phantom. Phantom is currently up 400 times. And you've got to build your wealth. The more money you've got when the bear cycle hits, the more money you're going to make. Think about it like this. 2.5K when I did that Udemy course, made $1 million right now. So build your wealth. That is the aim of the game, because the bear cycle is the life-changing opportunity. So check out Copy My Crypto. Right. Bitcoin is up 4%, and there's not been tons of news with regards to Bitcoin, but I want to talk about this in particular. So this is the 2017-18 bull cycle where we had that parabola. And interestingly, Pantera's CEO wants a reminder before the US Bitcoin ETF finally launches. So I want to clarify, there hasn't been confirmed a Bitcoin ETF, but he is very aware that it could be negative. And what we know from previous history is that when the Bitcoin futures came out, was pretty much at this peak here, and we had this huge, it almost instigated the bear cycle. To be fair, Bitcoin and all of crypto had gone parabolic to such a degree that it needed retracing and a bear cycle kicking in at some point. But you can't argue the Bitcoin futures coincided with the huge cataclysmic bear cycle that we experienced. Pantera CEO has effectively reiterated that. And what he said is, unlike the myriad of crypto investors who believe that a Bitcoin ETF will send the crypto asset values to the moon, I might want to take some chips off the table. Now, there's a big distinction there, because I know there are a lot of YouTubers or Bitcoin enthusiasts or whatever that are talking about an ETF sending it to the moon. Now, that's not really the case. The announcement of an ETF sends it to the moon. An ETF being launched could, or most likely will be, or have the same result as when the Bitcoin futures came out. But the announcement that an ETF has been confirmed is what will push the market forward. But yeah, so Dan Moorhead is the CEO of Pantera, and he said the next price era, and he published like a blog post talking about the next price era. He said that it's a buy the rumor, sell the fact. Is definitely working in this space, which we know, we've seen that play out. And during the 2017, the markets were rallying with the mantra, when the CM lists Bitcoin futures will go to the moon. The market did rally until the very day futures listed. That was the top. And one of those minus 83 bear market started that day. Yes. And to be fair, I think that's been reiterated by actually not just myself, but a number of the YouTubers around. But he's certainly reiterating that message. And I agree. I do agree. In other news as well, Bitfury Group is laying the groundwork for Europe's biggest crypto float. So this is a Bitcoin mining company, and it's laying the groundwork for the float, hoping for listing in the next 12 months. Now it's valued at around $1 billion in its last fundraising round, company filings as well. Now it comes after obviously Coinbase had theirs. When Coinbase listed it, was valued at $50 billion, or just well a little over. Bitfury is thought to be considering a float in the city or on Euronext in Amsterdam. Now it's got another division as well, Cypher Mining, through an acquisition over the summer. But Cypher is now listed on the US Nasdaq with an exchange of $2 billion, and Bitfury is a minority shareholder. Now, with the mining incorporated as well within Bitfury, you could see Bitfury launching well beyond $1 billion. Bitfury will be the only European blockchain, like Bitcoin mining company, to hit the public markets. Argo blockchain is listed on the London Stock Exchange, and its shares are up more than 2,000 over the last year on the rush from investors. So Bitfury have been reached out for comment and haven't commented. Fundamentally, Bitfury will do well. I would expect a 3 billion estimation around launch, just on that basis. But looking at the markets right now, markets are up about 1.5%, which, when you bear in mind that Bitcoin and Ethereum are Bitcoin's up 4%, Ethereum up 1.5%, and other than that, I think Shiba Inu is up nearly 20%. So Bitcoin and Ethereum very much leading the way with the top 100, because nothing else is really doing much. Bitcoin Gold, surprisingly. This is what happens. Bitcoin runs, the market starts going up. And altcoins are going to catch up. What we'll probably be waiting on is a stagnated sort of move for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts moving sideways, altcoins will catch up, and that's going to maybe take 24 to 48 hours. But anytime Bitcoin goes up, even if the alts are having a sideways move or a tiny retrace, it bodes very, very well for the crypto market. Things are looking strong. But this Pantera warning is something everyone needs to bear in mind, because the CEO is not wrong here. And keeping your eye out for what Bitcoin does has to have an impact on what you do with your investments. And that, as a warning, is a valuable warning. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you're all keeping well. If you're new to crypto, check out Copy My Crypto. This is where I share my portfolio. Portfolio I've built to maximize gains. A portfolio that crushes the market week in and week out. And I build my wealth. My subscribers build their wealth. And when that bear cycle kicks in, that's when you find the gems. That's when you find the undervalued, underpriced gems that can give you the gains that set you up for life. Look at that phantom gain. $100 would have got you 40k. That's what you get in a bear cycle. The more money you've got for a bear cycle, the better off you'll be. That's it from me. Bye-bye.